The best ingredients? Well, I think the best ingredient when it comes to shine and care is probably camellia oil. We use a lot of that, and I'm still always impressed whenever I use a product that has that in. I also, things like dry shampoos, obviously, as long as they're a very fine powder, I think they're very useful products because you can do so much, whether it's giving texture or cleaning hair. But I think the most important thing for us is more about the fact that none of the products are sticky. We hate anything that's too wet or too sticky because one, it doesn't last and it makes the hair greasy quickly, and two, it's very difficult to work. Favourite products would be the intensive treatment oil for sure, because it's brilliant for all hair types. Wonder Balm, again, all hair types. It's one of those products that, again, people use it. I think they'll always use it. And then probably the hairspray, because actually our hairspray is completely dry and it's brilliant for using with heated appliances. And myself and Adam obviously do so much styling, whether it's for shows, celebrities, whatever. That is probably the one product that we're going to use more than anything else.
Okay, it's a strong hold hairspray.
It's a medium hold. It's definitely strong enough that you can create any style and hold it, but it's not so strong that someone can make their hair crunchy and
sticky or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's what we feel is exactly the right amount for a consumer and for a professional to be able to use. Well, the inspiration is that everybody needs to use treatments because ultimately protein is very important, strength is very important when it comes to your hair in the same way as your nails and your skin. But for some reason, people seem to find the time to use a treatment, say, on their face. But if you ever ask them why they're not putting a treatment on their hair, they always say they don't have time. So the idea behind it is purely that. There's no excuse. If you're asleep and you are treating your hair, it seemed like the absolute perfect time to be able to achieve both. So that was the inspiration behind making a treatment that you can put on when you're washing your face of an evening. You leave it overnight while you're in bed. There'll be absolutely no residue, so it won't rub off on your pillow, and also it won't make your skin greasy. And it just means then you can get up in the morning, wash your hair and style it as you would, and you know that it's taken none of your time.
Okay, that's really good. So like just put it overnight.
Yes, you put it on dry hair, literally. So while you're washing your face, it just goes on dry hair. Ideally, if you've got a brush, it's great to brush it through because it's also got camellia oil in, which is great for your scalp. All of our products, we make sure they look after the scalp as well. But yeah, you just literally put it on, you leave it 2 minutes, and then you'll see for yourself that there's no greasiness, there's no wetness. So you can just go to bed, wake up in the morning, wash it off, and you know that you've actually looked after your hair. Now the texture is like a cream. But it's a total innovation. It was the most difficult thing wasn't coming up with the ingredients for the treatment itself. We use a pea protein, as in the food, a pea. And as I say, there's things like camellia in there. Like, we know what hair needs. That's pretty straightforward. The thing that's difficult is to then put it into a product that will dry down in the hair quickly, so that you can, we didn't ever want you to have to wrap your hair in a scarf or anything like that. We wanted an innovation, as we try to with all the products, and the innovation here is actually the fact that you can just go to bed and it won't be greasy. When you wake up, you do wash your hair. That is the one thing, because it is a protein treatment, which is what you really need. That gives strength. It's not just a cosmetic add shine, even though it does smooth, it does give shine. It is a protein, so it does penetrate the hair. So it is ideal that you wash your hair the next morning, but you probably won't need to use a conditioner because your hair's going to already be so treated. Yeah, I guess both Adam and I are known mostly for texture, like big waves. We both love big wavy hair. At the moment, I'm really enjoying doing super curly hair. And to be honest, that in the next 12 months is going to be massive. Maybe not here yet, but it will. I guarantee it will be.
Like really curly.
Super
like
curly,
super
like
curly.
80s
Wow.
scary, super curly hair.
With backcombing and everything.
Well, try to avoid the backcombing because you don't really need it, but yeah, root curling.
Oh.
So you get the volume anyway. Look, like this, that.
Oh wow.
So, but that is, honestly, that is going to be, well, we've already done a couple of campaigns that are coming out, and that's going to be a massive trend. So, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to do around about that size. If your hair is drier, then you might need to add slightly more, but we'll start with this. So what we do, make sure that you get it in your fingers, because as long as you get it in between your fingers, it helps you to get it into your hair, okay? Now we normally start near the root and just start to drag it through the hair. Okay, then we just give it a nice little massage. Now normally, as you know, we would leave this on overnight, but we're not going to get you to stay here all night. So it's only going to be on for a few minutes, but what I would say is, you saw how much product I put on your head.
Yeah.
It's fairly a large amount, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, that's only been on for, say, I don't know, 20 seconds, something like that. But if you feel your hair, tell me whether or not you could sleep with that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel sticky.
Easily, right?
Yeah.
You could quite easily sleep.
It smells good. Yeah.
And that's the whole, yeah, that's that thing.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point, and you can see that the hair is dry. So the protein has actually penetrated the hair, which is the most important thing. But as we say, it's also completely and utterly dry. It won't go on your pillow, and it won't make your face get greasy, because obviously you don't want to break it. I am putting on your hair at the moment our camellia oil. Now we use this on absolutely everybody. It's a small enough molecule. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, basically things like argan oil, they're very big, so they sit on the hair and they can make the hair greasy. Whereas camellia oil is actually a small molecule, so it penetrates. There's also beta carotene, like a carrot, which is really good for strength. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of our blow dry spray, so that obviously I'm helping to protect against the heat. Are you okay with your part in there? Is it a good place for your part in?
Yeah.
You can feel just how much softer.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, the quality of the hair feels so much better.
The smell. Yeah. So silky.
Yeah, and then you know, you have got great hair, but I mean, the shine, you can see the shine lines.
Yeah, I can see.
Is, you know, like, and that's all from the cuticle being flatter. So each hair obviously it's the same as makeup. It's just light reflection. So ultimately, the flatter the surface, the purer the surface, the more light will bounce, and that's why you get proper light lines, because the hair follicle is flat. Cuticle, sorry. Definitely not the follicle.